So get this, a book on hummingbirds, an ebook on hummingbirds, brought in $500,000 last year in sales, last year alone. I've tried to stay away from doing interviews and putting programs here on Mixergy.com that have to do with making money because I'm trying not to build a community of people who are trying to get rich quick. I want to learn how to build better internet companies and bring ideas that'll help you also build a smarter, better internet company. But we cannot avoid sales when it comes to building a great company, right? Sales, money, revenue is what fuels all these great world-changing ideas that we're trying to build with our internet companies. So when I heard about this $500,000 in sales from a hummingbird ebook, I spoke to Bob Dunlap of ClickBank. This is a company that helped sell that ebook. And I said, Bob, teach me and my audience how this is going on. How are people selling digital goods online, and where's the revenue in it, and what can the rest of us do to start making money like that? And here's what he told me. Number one, he said, we need to go one niche deeper. So everyone tells you find your niche, right? Make sure you focus in on one niche, healthcare or birds or business. He says if you want to sell online, you have to go one niche deeper. So notice the book that brought in $500,000 wasn't about birds, it was about hummingbirds. And just by taking it beyond birds to one niche deeper, they were able to target an audience of rabid fans that haven't been served offline. Next thing he suggested was, if you want to make money with digital goods online, follow the news. And if you've heard some of my past interviews here, you've heard people say that the best way to get traffic to your website is to build content that follows the news, that responds to what's going on in the news. Well, Bob's saying the same thing happens when you're selling goods, when you're selling digital media online. And he gave me a great example. He said gas prices went up, and the hot books that were selling online were books that showed users, that showed readers how to increase their fuel efficiency on their cars. And by the way, if I didn't say it before, ClickBank is a company that helps people sell digital media online. That's all they do. They don't write it, they don't sell it, they just give you all the tools that you need to sell it. And that's why Bob has so much research and so much information to share with us. So follow the news. Next thing he said is recycle your old material. And he said that when I asked him, how are you supposed to come up with content to create and to sell? And he said, you don't have to come up with it. It's already on your website. If you're writing a blog, you've written enough blog posts in the past that you can compile them. He saw some of my audio programs here, or the interviews that I've done. He said you can just chop them up and sell one package of past interviews together. The point is, you don't have to create new content necessarily to sell it. You can just go back to your old stuff, repackage it, and sell it. And a lot of people through ClickBank have brought in revenue that way. And final note from the conversation, as always, you can download the full conversation here directly from Bob, not from Andrew. I haven't sold this stuff online the way Bob has. So you can download and listen to Bob explaining this to everyone. Finally, the last thing that I pulled out of my notes was affiliates, and that seems to be key. I said, Bob, I don't have a lot of traffic on my website. I don't have enough that I can make a huge killing selling digital content on my site. And most people don't have enough that they can on their own bring in $500,000 in sales in a year from a single ebook. And he said that's fine. You don't have to sell it all yourself. The key is affiliates. You start selling your ebook or your MP3 or your video. You start selling it on your website to prove that it sells and to understand the audience and to perfect your pitch, but then you take it out through affiliates and let them sell it on their websites and let them find other ways to sell it and get it out there. All right, there it is. Those are my notes. As always, download the interview. It's a great one. Bob was open with information and lots of examples, and I think it'll help you find something to sell and start bringing in revenue from your websites. I'm Andrew Warner. See you at a Mixergy event.